there's so much power in not only what you believe, but how you believe it, how you act it out. So I want to encourage you to have confidence and solidify what you believe by the education.
Hey y'all, it's Sawana Stevens with the Well Network, and this is the Life and Podcast because you know life be lifing. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Sawana Stevens with the Life and Podcast.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, I was actually scrolling on TikTok the other day, and I actually saw this video of Vicky in an interview with Tasha K. Now, in the video, of course, lots of people were commenting that she really held her own in the interview. But in the interview, Tasha K was kind of trying to get her to see that maybe she wasn't making the best decision becoming a Christian. I want to say this though. As I began to watch that interview, I saw this negative narrative that I am so tired of. And that narrative is that Christian people are delusional and crazy. I am sick of the narrative. And so I really want to make sure that I do my part. So, what I want to say is, yeah, as Christians, we do have to actually make sure that we are strong enough in our faith to intelligently talk about our faith. I think one of the greatest um, disparities, if you will, is being in a faith that you cannot explain, or being in a faith that you cannot have an intelligent conversation about. I remember a long time ago, a friend of mine actually recanting a conversation that he had with someone of another religion. And in that conversation, he talked about the fact that he was so bogged down in the conversation because that other person was really coming up with a lot of facts, not only about their own religion, but about his own religion. You know what I mean? Like that person knew the Bible so well, even though he wasn't a believer in it. And I want to say this as believers, y'all, we have to do a better job of knowing what we believe and why we believe what we believe. And the reason being is because so many of the other religions that we preach about, they start at an early age making sure that their children understand what they believe and why they believe what they believe. So I want to actually talk to you today. I want to talk about your confidence. Not only confidence in yourself, but confidence in what you believe. It matters. There's such great power in what you believe, and the power there's so much power in not only what you believe, but how you believe it, how you act it out. So I want to encourage you to have confidence and solidify what you believe by the education, right? The other part of that is I want to make sure that we're not doing weird things. I remember working on a job and actually a fellow believer would sit at their desk and pray. But we're not talking about no regular praying. We talking about speaking in tongues. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is the person would sit out in the open and actually speak in tongue and a lot of people that didn't understand what they were doing would be walking by and laughing and giggling at this person doing that. And what that did was have people think that that person wasn't well, you know, that that person was crazy. And I want to say this, we have to be careful with that because God is not spooky. God is not weird. God is very intelligent. A God that could create us in such a way that He did is so exceptionally smart and intelligent and wise. And we have to do a good job at representing Him. So, on this day, I want to make sure that I encourage you to know as much as you can about what you believe. It makes no sense to be a strong believer in something if you can't explain it. But the second thing is I want to make sure that you know that you are a representative of what it is that you believe in. And so you have to make sure that you don't do it a disservice by um by being weird. Stay up.